The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
You found it, my friends. It's The Local Show with Tom and Steve, otherwise known as...
The last bastion of talk radio?
No, The Steve Show.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where you were going. I knew it was something annoying. Wasn't quite sure which.
Steve's Monkeys and Circus, right?
That's right.
Tell them about your text line, though, because that's a way people can really connect with you.
216-0273. That's the big area code, 315. 216-0273. Text us your thoughts, your ideas, who should be on the show, who we shouldn't have back because they're annoying, whatever you want to tell us. And Tom has a great voice. And
there you go.
Happy New Year.
We like to call it the Steve Admiration line.
Admiration. I thought it was
Admire.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I threw that one in for you.
That was very good.
Attorney John Murphy is with us right now. He's the owner of Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts, safeharborwillsandtrusts.com. How are you there, John?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Very good, my friend. Very good.
So the week between the major holidays, how's everybody doing? Good?
Yeah. What do you do in New Year's? Are you going to stay local? Or
I'm not a New Year's fan at all.
I was waiting for that.
I think it's just another day.
Yeah.
But we traditionally have gone to my parents and done dinner and stayed up till midnight. And I don't think any of the kids are going to be around. So it remains to be seen if that's going to continue or we'll have dinner and go home and go to bed by 8:30.
What about you, Steve?
That's overrated.
You never go to a big hotel.
Not a big hotel party guy. I was. So here a week and a half ago, I was down in New York City and saw the ball. It was Times Square.
You actually saw it.
And I saw it, and we were standing there, and I was talking to my brother-in-law, Jim, like, picture like 1 million people here. And I was so glad I wasn't going to be one of them.
Yeah.
And of course, I asked a deep question. Like, where do you pee? Because you think about it.
I've always thought of that.
They're down there all day.
Well, it is New York City, so you can go anywhere
you want. But yeah, I saw the ball. I'm like, okay, I don't want to be here. It was nice. It was nice to see it. But
you didn't wait till random people came up to you and then look at the ball and say, "Hey, have a ball."
No, I did not do that.
You didn't do that, yeah.
I did.
Did you go to the M&M store?
No, I went to Krispy Kreme. I had a cup of coffee. That was
Starlight Diner? Did you go to Starlight Diner?
No, walked by it. The line was from there to Brewerton. So no, it was
Ray's Pizza. No Ray's Pizza.
No, we went to a pizza place though. Wow, it was great pizza. Yeah. No, we went to one place and the pizza was spectacular.
Good for you.
Up in Soho.
Okay.
Oh, Soho. All right, John, tell us about Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts this time of year especially. Is there anything that people need to do before the new year kicks in?
Well, New Year's resolutions. A lot of people would say, boy, honey, we got to get our estate planning done. Yeah. What a great time to start, right?
Yeah, right.
Get that done, kick it off. And for us, it's not only a whole new year, it's a whole new place of business. Mm-hmm. We are officially January 1st in our new home.
Camillus.
Yep, 3 Henry Beach Drive, Camillus. Formerly the law offices of Steve McMahon.
Gotcha.
So we're right behind the Americu, across the street essentially from West Genesee High School. A little bit bigger. I don't want to say an upgrade because our office and
that's pretty nice. That was
nice.
So you pull right up to the door. You walk in. It's set up to do that stuff.
So you're not going to have the 2 offices. It's just going to be the one?
Well, we're still Watertown, but we're not going to have 2 in Syracuse anymore.
Okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
But you jump off the highway. It's easy to get to, and it's really nice space.
Yeah, very easy to get to.
Lots of amenities around there.
Yeah. It's great. Staff loves it. Right. It's much easier to go out and get something different for lunch than Tully's or Subway.
Right.
So Tom's question is, don't procrastinate. Are there things someone should do on this side of the calendar, or is this more of a big play, long-term play for estate planning?
No, you want to get
it's
it done.
It's not like taxes, right?
Yeah, you don't. Well, we meet with our clients annually to see what changes there are and things like that in our client care program. But the first thing you do is have to become a client, right? So you can either rely on an old will that's 30 years old that probably doesn't meet your needs, okay? Or maybe you never did a will, so you rely on the state of New York to say where your stuff goes. Or you can get a plan, right? And it's not that one plan fits all. Everybody, there's a different plan. Some people just need a will. Some people want to keep their family out of probate, so they don't want to rely on a will. That's probably one of the most misunderstood things out there. Wills require your family to go through probate. Or they want to protect their assets from long-term care. So whichever one that is, we can help you out, get it done, take it off the list. The first 3 months of the year, it's done, it's out of there.
So if someone had a New Year's resolution, maybe listening, and one of them is to, hey, sign the bank accounts over to the kids. Sound like a good idea, John?
Well, we don't want to add the kids as an owner of the bank account, okay, because then their creditors would be your creditors potentially. Having beneficiaries on your bank account is better than not. But one of the things with doing beneficiary planning is you only know your children's world today. What is their world when you die? Do they have financial problems? I was just talking to a good friend of mine. Medical bills have piled up in the last year or two.
Yeah.
Right? That can happen. So a beneficiary goes to them regardless of what's going on in their life. So we'd rather plan where you have some control and some safeguards. If somebody's disabled, if somebody's going through bankruptcy or something like that, there's some protection.
Some people are confused about, I was just speaking in the last week about a special needs trust to someone. Can you explain what that is?
Yes, so it's also technically known as a supplemental needs trust, but for people with special needs or disabled persons. Okay, so there are two, and I'm not an expert at the Social Security end of it, but there's two types of disability under Social Security. One is Social Security income, and the other is Social Security disability income. Right? Social Security disability income is someone who has worked 40 quarters or 10 years, okay, and can no longer work in the workforce, and so they now are disabled from work. Okay, Social Security has an income and asset thresholds, but for Social Security disability income, there are no asset thresholds. Okay, you can still own your home, you still have your bank accounts, things like that. You've contributed to the pot, so they're not going to limit what you have.
Right.
Okay? Social Security income is people who just haven't been able to contribute to the pot or haven't contributed enough. They're limited in their funds of $2,000, and they can have a car and some other things. So if you have too much money or you have too much income as a disabled person in receipt of Social Security benefits, you can lose those benefits by virtue of having too much money.
Oh, so they cut you off?
Yes, or limit your income. So a supplemental needs trust allows you to park that money in a trust. The disabled person cannot be in charge of that trust, so you have a trusted third person, and they spend money for the disabled person.
So couldn't Grandma and Grandpa set that up for a grandchild?
Yes, absolutely. We do it all the time.
You do it all the time?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
A minute ago, you made a face the YouTube listeners would see, and you said, or the state will have a plan for you. Explain what that is. Your face was telling. So if people haven't updated their documents, what is the state's plan for them?
Well, the state follows your biological lineage. Okay, now spouses always have a priority, but let's assume that your spouse is deceased or something. Everything will go to your children equally. You may or may not want that. If a child dies, it would go to your grandchildren, the grandchildren of that child. If that grandchild is 18 years old, they're going to get the money. Doesn't matter if they're financially savvy enough to have it. They're going to get it.
You told me once they spend that fairly quickly, don't they?
Yeah, there's a great statistics from Reuters. Reuters did this study. It takes grandchildren an average of 19 days to buy a car with their inheritance.
Right, exactly. And it's usually as much as the inheritance was for.
Yeah. I like to say, a 19-year-old with money is a broke 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's right. Yeah.
That's true. So real quick, roll the case managers at your place. What do they do?
They're going to get in touch with you, or you're going to call them and kind of, I don't want to say screening, that's not it. What are your needs? Are we a good fit for you? Number one, are you a good fit for us? Number two, and talk you through your options. And once you've done it with the case manager, you say, hey, let's go forward. We're going to schedule a time to meet with an attorney so we can get started on your planning and knock that to-do list off of your New Year's resolutions.
All right. John Murphy, Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts, 370-9977. Even on the weekend, you can leave a message there and start to make a plan. SafeHarborWillsandTrust.com. Tom.
Happy New Year.
Happy, healthy New Year to you, John.